This one's me wanting all the peppers.
It is you with all the peppers. And that's me making a face when I don't feel good because you made me eat all the peppers.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hannah and Joe Travel. We recently spent 2 incredible weeks traveling around South Korea, and we're so excited to share this awesome adventure with you. The first thing you need to do after landing in Incheon is to make your way into Seoul. I recommend taking the AREX train as it's much cheaper and faster than a taxi or Uber. Just follow the signs from baggage claim, buy your ticket at the kiosk, find your assigned seat, and enjoy your 45-minute ride to Seoul Station. By the time we made it to our hotel, it was already getting dark and we were exhausted from the flight, so we just headed over to a galbi chicken spot near the hotel that was really good. Galbi chicken is chicken thighs and sauce cooked in a big pan at the table in front of you. We got a regular and a spicy option. Both were great, but we preferred the spicy and didn't think it was too hot. Not that Hannah ever thinks anything is spicy enough.
Once you get down to the end of the chicken, you can order rice that they'll kind of like dump onto the pan with the leftover scraps and sauce to make this really great fried rice dish. We kind of call that dessert at the galbi place.
Carnage.
We put in work. My old nemesis.
Sports drink of choice here is called something like Pokey Pocky Sweat.
Oh, it's happening. Let's drink the sweat.
Pokefari Sweat in Kyoto. It kind of tastes like Sprite, but like not fizzy. First, we have fish cake and sauce. I think it's sauce. I think the sauce goes with the fish cake. We'll find out. I was expecting it to be warmer. The sauce is kind of a sweet with a little bit of spice in it. Fish cake itself is not bad. I was expecting it to be warmer, but it tastes really good. It's a little on the greasy side. It's a good texture, good flavor. For something just out of a 7-Eleven for like, what, $1.50 US? Can't complain. Next, we have sausage, and I'm not totally sure what these are. I think they're like tteokbokki, probably kind of fried by the looks of it.
I think they're fried tteokbokki.
On a stick. Yeah, it's tteokbokki. It's also kind of on the cold side. I was, again, hoping it'd be a little bit more warm, but for, again, like also $1 and some change.
We went
US.
to 7-Eleven for breakfast. We get what we get.
It still like kind of scratches the itch of like, ooh, this is nice, and I want something like this first thing in the morning. Because I've been up forever thanks to jet lag. Just a little smoked sausage. It's a little on the bland side. Could use a little bit more seasoning, but again, for 7-Eleven breakfast, I can't complain too much. Last but not least, we have tteokbokki onigiri. At least that's what they call them in Japan. I don't know if they call them somewhere different, but we were super excited to find these and see that they had a whole bunch of different flavors compared to Japan. So let's try this. Can you remove again? Oh, that's nice. It has a bit of flavor. A little bit of like sort of, I think it's a little bit of spicy, but not very spicy at all. Now I can start to see the middle. I think there's supposed to be cheese in this and corn. This is really good. I'm really enjoying this.
It's kind of a lot going on, but it does look good.
Only complaint is that I guess this is normal form, that the rice is a little on the thick side. I want a little bit more of the filling, but it's still really good. The rice is really good. So if you're gonna have thick rice, at least it's tasty rice.
Overall, 7-Eleven breakfast thoughts?
I give it a 7 out of 11.
Boo.
After breakfast, we headed over to the Insadong Culture Street and Market area to check out a pretty unique museum dedicated to one of Korea's most important cultural heritages.
This little guy is me fighting the jet lag right now. And that's me about to let the jet lag win.
It may seem kind of silly to have a whole museum just for kimchi, but given how prominent it is in Korean life, it kind of makes sense. And this museum was really cool and informative. They even offer classes for kids on making kimchi and a beautiful rooftop garden.
Are you feeling very zen on the rooftop garden?
A little bit.
The Holy Grail. The kimchi storage room.
Yeah.
Yes.
My favorite.
It's just whole garlic. Yeah, let us know in the comments which ones you guys would try. I'd try all of them. What pan is this?
I'm gonna try the persimmon first. I like that they give you little toothpicks, so it's like just take it like a shot. It's sweet, not spicy, very crunchy, very fresh tasting. Really good. I love kimchi though. And next we got the whole cabbage kimchi. It's a 10 out of 10. It's nice and crunchy. It's all salty, a little bit of spice, but not too much. I just feel so like clean. I don't know if that makes sense. Just they're so good.
And last but not least, the stir fry. Oh my, that's a big piece. That one might be my favorite. It's not quite as spicy, I think, as the other one, but it's really good.
Well, that was a really cool museum, and they're doing a special in May where they give you a family discount. So we had 4 people with us, and so we were family. And they also gave you a free gift. So we got, I think this is ramen.
It's like
So-
a 4-pack.
Yeah, it'll be fun to try. I think once we get home. Yeah.
It was really cool.
It was a really good way to spend an hour. Highly recommend the Kimchi Museum.
It was super cheap too. It was
Mhm.
only like 2,000 or 3,000 won a person.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, couple US dollars.
definitely worth it. Gotta have that unfrozen pork belly. Why do I kind of want to party with these tigers?
I would.
They're like chilling, but then this guy's over here just doing his own thing. But I hope he gets invited to this party, because like, look at this dude. Dude's killing it. Tips Fedora in the store. After the museum and a stroll through Insadong, we headed to Simpaticus, I don't know. It's an Italian restaurant inspired by Korean and other East Asian cuisines. At this point, I think it's important to mention that we were in South Korea with my family to visit my brother Jay. And he suggested this spot for lunch. Overall, pretty good. A bit unexpected to find good Italian in the heart of Seoul, but if you want some familiar favorites while still getting a Korean twist, I'd recommend this spot. My particular favorite shade of pink, Drunk Tank Pink. Just gotta be honest, Heaven Sense is chill forest. Nobody looks very chill in this forest.
Oh, that's
That monkey up there maybe, but that guy is like negative 5,000 chill. I mean, we have to go to Super Bear, right? We did it. We're in Super Bear. We're trying to decide which game we want to play. There's too many good ones.
Talking very time. Hey guys.
We're gonna do that too.
Oh, so close.
We were not very super at Super Bear.
After our escapades exploring Seoul, we went out with Jay's family for Korean barbecue and got to try makgeolli, a kind of milky, sparkling rice wine that's really popular in Korea. I'm not sure everyone would like it, but we liked it quite a bit and would have plenty more of it during our trip. After dinner, we got bingsu for dessert. It's basically the best and fanciest snow cone you'll ever eat. We got the mango one and it was excellent. Not overly sweet or heavy after a big meal. The next morning, we were at Seoul Station to catch a KTX train, which is South Korea's high-speed railway, to Gyeongju, the country's ancient capital dating back to 57 BCE. Seoul Station can be a bit intimidating at first, but everything is labeled well on the signs to help you find your train. For our KTX ride, we opted to splurge and sit in the first class cabin.
So we're in the first class seat to Gyeongju from Seoul. And so we got these because they were a bit bigger and a little bit more comfortable. not that much more expensive than your regular seats. I want to say it's about a $20 difference or so. So for a 2 to 3 hour train ride. So let's check it out. So for starters, of course, there's the seat. It is a bit thin. You have plenty of space. I fit very comfortably in it. Plenty of leg room. You have a footrest, which is kind of nice, as well as a table. Have like a little kickstand. And of course, your pouch, whatever you need. The seat does recline. You have a button right here. Mine's pretty well. You should get half of this, I think. Last but not least, there's one more stall. Also, if you just want your phone or a drink. One thing to do with this, like about these specific seats, is actually on the seats that we are missing hooks. We technically have them, but they're behind us. Right? And same with places to plug in. You can see there's a place behind it. So if you really want a charger, not a big deal. For me, I have a shorter charger, so I can barely reach my seat right here. At the end of the day, it just takes 3 hours. I thought it was already available, so nothing in the world. Last now is there is overhead place for storage. Plenty of space. Not a lot of people use it because there's other spaces for your larger luggage. So we can easily put our stuff right there, access it at any time. Pretty convenient. Overall, I think this was worth it. I really enjoy having a little bit more space, a little bit more comfort. I thought a pretty good value. So
Before we boarded the train, I did make a quick pit stop to grab some breakfast at the convenience store in Seoul Station.
we're on our way to Gyeongju, and first I'm gonna try egg fried rice on a gear. Not bad. You take it's like this scrambled egg throughout. It's a little more savory of a flavor than you normally see in this rice. A bit more savory, salty, a bit of that chewy texture you get from the egg. Not too bad. It can get much of the filling in that bite, so we'll give one more and see what that's like. Honestly, I can't taste the filling that much. I don't really know. It's really good still, but overall, I rate this a 7 out of 10.
That's a good set of stir fry spicy pork bibimbap. So we'll see what all is in there.
Spicy.
It's not bad. It's not very spicy. There's a little bit of spice on the end, but it's not very spicy, so I think a lot of people would enjoy this. Overall, pretty good. We have it in there. Obviously, the pork, mostly the taste of the pork, though. But man, we'll give it 6.5 out of 10.
So once you're done eating, you can actually come to this section between the two cars. There's the luggage racks. So you can see that's a great place to put your luggage. They've also got these little cookies as snacks. This is where the trash can is. You've got newspapers, and I think this is really cool. They actually have this little vending machine. It's for first class passengers only. You just press the little button. And it gives you a little water bottle. Again, that's first class only, but really cool. Then if you keep coming back this way, other first class car, there's the bathrooms.
The bathrooms themselves are nothing special, but for a train, they're not too bad. It was clean, and that's all I really care about. Gyeongju doesn't have the massive public transportation infrastructure Seoul and Busan have, so when you arrive, just head outside and grab a cab into the city. While in Gyeongju, we stayed at the Hilton Gyeongju Resort.
So we're at the Hilton Gyeongju. We're on 534. And let's check out the room. Right, you enter. I'd say this is a pretty big hotel room. Certainly for the area, most of the time, every time we've stayed in Asia. Granted, we're usually a little on the cheaper side. Tends to be pretty small rooms, so this is very spacious. It does help we're not in a huge, massive city, and we're a little bit more out in the countryside, which is really great. So there's a little bit more room. Gives you a little bit more luxurious experience, which is really great. So anyway, You walk in, first thing you notice, you have a couple of buttons, right? So you have your place where you put your room key. Let's keep the lights on and all the electricity to the area. There's a button for the entrance light. You also have a do not disturb in a makeup room. So if you don't want someone to come by and make a room, you can always press that button. Maids won't come and change out everything. Or if you specifically want them to come fix up your room, you have a button for that too. So next we'll go to the bathroom. A very nice sized bathroom. You've got plenty of counter space, which I really love. All the space for your cosmetics, you've got all your K-beauty skincare. You got plenty of space for it, which is great. You do have a toilet with a bidet, which is super awesome. If you're in Asia and you're not used to them, they're really weird at first. But then you get used to it, they're super great. Ironically, I find it's funny that they have American Standard brand bidet, which is an American thing, but not American. And of course, a nice large shower. You could probably fit like, 3 people comfortably in the shower, maybe 4 if you're cozy. I think it's cool. And of course, all your shampoo and conditioner and body wash included. You have a makeup mirror too, which is very helpful. With backlighting. Across in the bathroom, you have your, that was loud. Your closet, complete with ironing board. You have your safe, your iron, a couple of drawers for storage, which is really nice. Next, over here, you have an area where they have some bottled water, your tea kettle, your ice bucket, a couple other things. Now, these aren't necessarily free. They can be charged to your minibar account. I actually don't think that's horrible prices. You think, at least right now, about 1,400 won is $1 US, as of about now. So, okay, under $1 for a toothpaste. It's not like a lot of hotels back in the States where it's like, yeah, you can have a toothbrush, but it's going to be like $12 for a normal toothbrush that you can get from the dentist. So I think it's pretty nice. Underneath you have some of your coffee accessories. One thing to note here is that oftentimes you get instant coffee. So these are like instant coffee. Well, I think this is creamer. I don't know. I will go and translate those later. But these are going to be instant coffee that you have to add over boiling water. You also have teas and other types of sugars too, which is nice. And underneath it is a mini bar. Again, with included some drinks, but of course you have to pay for those, so be careful. But if you really want them, it might not be a bad idea. You don't have to go anywhere. Again, because we are a bit out in suburbia, not having to go somewhere is kind of convenient. That leads us to the main room. So of course we have a single king bed. Plenty of space in here. You have like ample seating areas, which is really great. So you have like, the 2 people, we could sit here, drink your coffee in the morning, have a good time. You have your desk area if you need to work or just want to concentrate, and have your own little space. But the best part about this room is that you get a balcony. Beautiful lighting with a beautiful view of the nearby lake. And so I said I was going to drink coffee on those other 2 chairs earlier, but really I'm going to sit and drink coffee right here in the morning. Maybe tea, or maybe both. Because you know what? I'm on vacation. You can sit here and watch everyone go about their day and overlooking the pool. Yeah, this is beautiful, beautiful Gyeongju. And that's our room.
We have made it to Gyeongju. It was a pretty uneventful train ride. It was really nice. I liked the KTX. It was obviously fast and convenient and very cheap. And eventually we're going to get to the sights, but for now, it's lunchtime. In America, we have Buc-ee's. They've got Sodies. I don't know, I feel like the Buc-ee's Beaver can beat up the Sodies Bear. If they had to fight, I think the Buc-ee's Beaver would win. Y'all let me know in the chat. Could the Sodies Bear beat up the Buc-ee's Beaver? I don't think so. That Buc-ee's Beaver's from Texas. He's been through a lot.
I do think Texas would win out here, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry, Gyeongju. Nothing personal. Just walking along. Got our Jay, our Korean guide.
Hello.
This is my brother. He speaks fluent Korean.
Spanish. A poco Spanish. Español.
He was bad at Spanish in high school. We traveled halfway around the world to this beautiful ancient capital of Gyeongju.
and found Domino's. All right, this is gonna be lunch today.
And that will do it for part 1 of our adventure in South Korea. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for episode 2, where we'll explore everything Gyeongju has to offer. Be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with all our adventures, and we'll see you in the next episode.